More people equals more decision makers and people with their own opinions. So that's another layer of complexity. In terms of an SMSF, it used to be an SMSF could have up to 4 members. Now that's gone up to, you can have up to 6 members in the Superfund. Now, I've got some thoughts on this. So 6 people's balances are better than 1. If you've got an average of 100 grand per person and you've got 2 people in it, that's 200 grand in your fund. You've got 6, that's 600 grand. So it's a lot more money to play with, so to speak. But just some observations on it. I think you need to be careful of a few things here. Well, first one is death. What if someone dies and there's 5 members in the fund? How are they going to manage that dead person's assets and estate when it comes to their superannuation? Disability, and are they going to work together? And especially, going back to death, you can ask the same thing. Are they going to be working together constructively to manage that self-managed super? And the last one there is divorce as well. So even if you've got 2 people in the fund, husband and wife, and they get divorced, they've got to act in the best interest of the fund and each other, which may be kind of understandable, I guess, at the parent level. But the perspective I want to show you is, what if you invited your son or your daughter into your fund and they got divorced, but whoever they were with was also in the fund? Now you've got, you had 4 members. One of them is now kind of being separated from the family. And you need to be very careful with dealing with that situation. So yes, you can have up to 6 members, but there's a reason why I reckon there's an average of 2 members per fund. So it just keeps that a lot easier to deal with in those 3 cases there. And then the kind of another thought on that is more people equals more decision makers and people with their own opinions. So that's another layer of complexity. You can reduce this risk by a leading member fund. So yeah, we've seen this thing that we can set up now called a leading member fund, where there's basically an overall decision maker if people can't agree. So it's kind of a cool thing to lock in if you do want to take better control and you've got a few more members than just yourself or you and your spouse in there. And you can convert an existing SMSF to a leading member fund as well. So if you've already got one, we can change that and set that up to a leading member, giving you that sort of certainty there.